Welcome to the Hillbilly RV channel. Got another converter issue, maybe. This fifth wheel has no 12 volt in the coach. So I found the inverter and I found the converter. The converter lives down in there. So let's start investigating this. The batteries have they have charge in them because I think the guy's been coming in every evening and hooking his truck up to the camper to charge the batteries. So the batteries do have a charge in, but only it's 6 volt batteries, but go across the batteries and it's about 12.6, so they're not being charged. So let's see if we can figure out why they're not being charged. Alright, first thing I want to do is get access to the 12 volt stuff over here so I can start checking voltages before I go back in there and pull the converter out, which is kind of back in a big hole. So yeah, let's do that real quick. Yeah, I've been seemed like a lot of converters here recently. Matter of fact, I think the video before this one, or the two videos before this one's going to be a converter video. This is one of those covers that have 4 screws in it. Alrighty. Away. Get our trusty multimeter out, put it on a DC scale. Catch a ground right here. And this is 13.7. Okay. So the converter's working. Okay. So for some reason, I'm going to check. This is the ground for just the 12 volt. I want to make sure it's good too. Okay, 13.7. So the converter's putting out. So why isn't it making it to the batteries to charge the batteries? And why? Now I didn't verify, but from what I've been told, the 12 volt's not working in the coach, but the 12 volt is working in the coach. So, because here's all of our circuits going out into the coach. As you saw, they're all at 13.7 in them also. But the batteries are definitely not being charged. So, okay, so what's up with that? And I didn't verify that the 12 volt wasn't working in the coach because it took me just a second to take that cover off and check myself. Let's see about some ceiling lights. Okay, we have lights. Okay. Yeah, you can see the lights back there. So hey, cats. There's a whole herd of cats here in this campground. They're all trying to get in this lady's camper, and she don't really care for cats, so we're trying to keep the cats chased off. Let me go talk to her, because I thought there was no 12 volt in the coach. Maybe. Is it just, I don't know. Let me go talk to her. Alrighty, here our batteries are right back in here, where you can't see. Here's the main cable going to the battery. Let's see. Can you see my meter? Yeah, I think so. So there's the 12.2. That's the battery voltage. What do we got here? We got 12.8 on that side of those. It's a whole row of breakers. So somewhere on this whole row of breakers, probably here, we should have power coming from our converter to power this strip of breakers, because this is where all of our power comes for our hydraulic items, our hydraulic slide rooms, our hydraulic leveling system, and all that stuff. Now there is an inline fuse right here, so we're definitely going to take a look at that. But I don't think that's it, because that's going to a relay right there. Still going to pull the cover off and check that fuse real quick. Just because we're here. But now, I think what we need to start doing now is looking for a battery disconnect switch. 12-2, 12-2, okay. Yep. Now we got to start looking for a battery disconnect switch. Because I'm just wondering, I mean, right there's our batteries though. There can't be a disconnect. Unless it's over there. Let's go look. I didn't see anything, but I didn't look in the top of that box. No battery disconnect. Okay. You ain't gonna believe what I found. When they built this coach, I think they kind of messed something up. Down there is a battery disconnect switch. Right there. Somebody had it taped over. But it is off. Let me get my meter set up here. Alright, there's my meter. I'm going to touch the lead of the battery. So 12-2, okay? Hopefully you can see that. Not, I'm telling you, it's 12-2. Alright, let's turn that battery disconnect switch. See, I might be able to jam that in there. No. Let's turn the battery disconnect switch on. Alright. Now it's on. $12.6 and rising. 12.7. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. But it's coming up. That's what we want to see. So I guess if the camper wasn't plugged into the shore cord, then yes, that would kill that battery disconnect would kill the power going into the coach. Yeah, somebody turned the battery disconnect switch off and forgot to turn it back on. So that's going to be it for this one. No parts required. Just a little bit of looking and searching and head scratching, and there we go. So don't y'all scratch your heads. Get down in that comment section. Let me know how dumb I am. I should have went here first, or whatever y'all come up with, and just leave it down there, and then we'll talk about it. So we'll catch y'all later. All right, let me see if I can clarify this a little bit. The customer, when he called, which he wasn't there, I met his wife there. He was at work, which was part of the problem. Just communication errors. He said that the batteries weren't charging because he would have to hook his truck up to it in the evenings, charge the battery to run 12-volt stuff. And because, well, he felt that because the batteries weren't being charged, he couldn't get the rooms out. The one room was a Schwintek, so all electric. He got it out the bedroom slide. The other two slides were hydraulic, and he couldn't get them out. He also told me that, the camper had been in storage for a year and a half. So when he got it out of storage, he took 6-volt batteries out of it and tried to wire 12-volt batteries in. And he said he let the magic smoke out of the converter. Okay, so that's why I went to the converter first. Turns out he let this magic smoke out of the inverter. And he turned the battery disconnect switch off and didn't bother telling us because he thought the inverter was still in the process of burning up. So that was, I mean, sorry, I got something stuck in my teeth. So that's why this video was a little bit discombobulated, because he wasn't there. I was getting bad information. Nobody knew about the battery disconnect switch. Why in the world a coach manufacturer would put a battery disconnect switch in the water door, I'll never know. You might have seen a little rust streak down the wall, so somebody had, probably him, had taped over that switch at some point, because apparently they had a water leak there at the city field, and instead of fixing the leak they just put some tape over the switch so it wouldn't get water in it, whatever. But yeah, so I hope this video makes some kind of sense. You know, people want to argue with me all the time, because when I go to work on their camper, I make them be there. Bare minimum, a spouse or a significant other. Just works so much better if it was the person that actually knew what was going on. It would have, I mean, it was a mess just because, you know, the guy turned the switch off, never bothered to tell anybody where it was, why it was off, and he was confused about what was happening, what wasn't happening. So I finally did get the rooms out, and it turned out to be a completely different problem altogether. I think he burnt the control board up when he, I'm assuming when he put 12 volt batteries in there, he must have wired them up in series and made 24 volt. That's why it cooked the inverter. Apparently it cooked that board. So yeah, I didn't video all that stuff because it was a huge mess. Finally got that figured out, got the rooms out, everybody's happy. I got a new inverter ordered, I got a new control board ordered. All that stuff ought to be in this week, and I don't know, I may or may not do a video on that when I go to install the parts. Not really sure, but anyhow, that's all I got. Glad y'all stayed to the end, so you got your explanation. Y'all have a fantastic day.